when's it going to stop? When's it going to stop? I hear from my neighbors that things smell. It's time to quit looking at other things. Let's get on with it. Let's not look at some type of new type of project. We have good financing. It may cost me and the rest of the residents a few dollars more on our wastewater bills. That's fine. We'd rather spend a little more money. I certainly would, because I know what's going to happen. If we don't get this done, the value of our homes is going to just go down. And that's not just this side of the street. That's Sterling Lake also. It's not going to happen. And I know there are other things coming up very soon that Sterling Lake is very concerned about. But this is the whole city. And we need to deal with this. We need to deal with it now.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you. Let me make a couple comments. First of all, Sterling on the Lake doesn't buy sewer or water from our system. They buy it from Gainesville. Also, the city's doing a lot of other things in lieu of that. We're not just putting it off. We're going to find other ways. We feel like we'll be able to open back up. We've got some other things in the works dealing with the city of Gainesville. We have an intergovernmental agreement with them. It hasn't been signed. I think we probably still you still have it, Ron, Mr. Bennett?
So it is in the process of review and revision.
Yeah. So anyway, we're looking at a lot of things that maybe aren't public yet. So it's not that we're not just doing anything. We're making other arrangements, and we should be able to open back up, I'd say, by mid-spring. It's just a guess, but anyway. Okay, let's move on. The voting section. First is consideration of the second read of Ordinance 672, and it's to build a storage facility on Falcon Parkway at right across from exit 14. So, someone want to make that motion?
Mr. Mayor, if I could read the caption. This is an ordinance approving a conditional use permit to operate a self-storage facility on a parcel of real property owned by BLT Martin Road, LLC. It's identified as 4153 Falcon Parkway with a tax parcel ID number of 150044A002024. The parcel is a 7.22 plus or minus acre tract. It is shown on Exhibit A and it's described on Exhibit B, and the rezone or the CUP will be conditioned as shown on the attached Exhibit C. The ordinance provides for severability, repeals conflicting ordinances, provides for an effective date, and it's for all other lawful purposes.
Make a motion to table the second read of Ordinance 672, as they are supposed to be getting some new renderings to us.
I'll second that.
And table to January, the first meeting in January, which
I think
is
it's January 5.
January 5th, right, of 23.
We have a second on that.
Second.
Okay, we have discussion. No discussion, okay. Well, the vote, all those in favor of that motion, say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Motion passed. It's tabled to 1/5/23. The next one, Ordinance 677.
Yes, sir, Mayor, members of council. This is the second reading of an ordinance that will establish the positions of Director of Public Works and Utilities, Manager of Public Works, and Manager of Public Utilities. The ordinance provides for severability, repeals conflicting ordinances. It establishes an effective date, and it's for all other lawful purposes.
Okay. Do we have a motion for that?
Yeah, I'll move to approve Ordinance 677, establishing a Director of Public Works and Utilities, Manager of Public Works and Manager of Public Utilities.
There's a second.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
Yeah, I just think it's important to note that this is not 3 new positions. This is just 3 positions that are being adjusted with new titles. But there's not 3 new positions.
Anybody else in discussion, questions? Okay. Okay, ready for the vote? All those in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Under new business, consideration of the new budget calendar for 2024 as presented there.
I'll make a motion to adopt the proposed fiscal year 2024 budget calendar as presented.
Okay, we have a second, please?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Discussion on that calendar? Okay, the vote. All those in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passed. Next is the consideration for rejecting all the bids for the wastewater plant. Do we have a motion there, please?
Make a motion to reject all the bids for the wastewater plant and direct staff to issue a request for qualifications for construction manager at risk.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
Questions?
I just want to say that, I mean, this, obviously, this has not been something, I guess, a knee-jerk reaction. This has been something that we've sat down, we've talked about a great deal. We've had people look at, several different engineers look at, and when that number came in at $52 million, it was going to dictate not a few dollars increase in sewer bills, but a significant amount increase. And noticing that and recognizing what we needed to do in the interim, like the mayor said, working with another municipality to alleviate some of the flow that's coming into our system now is going to be crucial, and we've believe we've got that worked out. You know, yes, it's going to take time, obviously, to get to where we need to go, but I tell you, and this process has been going on for a long time. I mean, it's 2017 when Infratech was hired to start sprucing this thing up and getting us a wastewater treatment facility expansion. And there has been things that have happened in the process of doing this. EPD moves extremely slow. Not to say it's their fault. It's taken 5 years, but it's certainly, you do have to wait. It is a waiting game, especially when you're dealing with something as important and something that is is crucial and for the environment and everything else. When you got something of this magnitude, it takes a while, and unfortunately, we're having to go back and kind of start the process over. And we feel like, based on the intel that we're receiving, that this is the best approach from an efficiency standpoint and economically, not just for the city, but also for the users. And we're making adjustments to make sure the developers are paying more into the system. That's another part of this, and it's not just going to be totally on the users to deal with this cost burden, or the city. So. I think that we've all sat down, like I said, and talked to many different people about this. Had a lot of folks that look into this stuff on a daily basis, and they are of the opinion that this is the right way to go. So I'm for moving forward with the rejection and starting this process with the request for qualifications for the manager of risk.
I will say this too, there's going to be some when this is, the new one is designed, there's going to be some design changes, and that will soften the blow. It's going to be less. So.
Yeah, I'll similar statement to that is that with all the different reviews that we've done of all the different projects, and the fact that the time that has gone by, the proposal that was actually proposed in 2017, not only did it come up with an increased debt that would have been very hard for the city to take on, $23 million at the current interest rates rather than 1.5% like I think we got the first one, but that, as Ed just said, the technology has changed in those times so that the new facility will now be designed around some of the newer technology that's available, which will hopefully create a more modern facility for for treating the water, and will hopefully bring down that overall expense also. So I think I'm in agreement that this is the direction we need to take at this time.
And you know, the thing that gets you too is it's not 52 million. It's darn near 100 million, because you figure in interest. And a lot of times I think we forget about that. Anytime you go out and buy a car for $16,000, you're not paying. If you're going to borrow on it, you're going to pay about $24,000 on that thing before it's done. So, you know, it wasn't 52 million. It was almost $100 million based on the interest and everything that we were going to have to pay, and all the folks that came up, the finance folks that came up and talked to us about those things. It was going to be $100 million. So we just feel like it's the best approach is to definitely, like I said, try to re-engineer it, save some money there, and bring that cost down.
Any other comments, questions?
No.
Okay, we ready to vote then? All those in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion passed. Next is the consideration of purchasing 2 fleet vehicles. You heard the chief talk there, so.
I'll make a motion to approve 2 new fleet vehicles with funding coming from SPLOST 8 and the local resource fund.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any more questions about those vehicles?
No.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passed. And the last thing on there is the consideration of Resolution 22-022.
And this is a resolution to amend the budget for fiscal year 2022 as previously adopted on June 17, 2021, as presented by Ms. Hightower.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve Resolution 22-022.
okay, we have motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Questions? Okay, all those in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion passed. I don't think we have an executive session tonight, so thank you, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. We'll see you next year.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.